Jack, I have a family. You don't need to do this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we're not allowed to sing anymore on the podcast.
2 out of 3 members have ratified that decision, so...
We only agree that if there has to be a unanimous vote on all things. And that terrible
Let's vote whether or not there needs to be
300 years in the future would come to bite us in the ass.
Let's vote on whether or not it should be a unanimous thing. All right, best of 3.
Okay.
I say it should not.
I am gonna have to say.
I think it shouldn't be. I think it should be. I think it should be unanimous.
No, you said shouldn't be. And as we voted previously,
okay, fine. All right,
you say first.
You're right.
Is
My
true.
first round. You're right. You're right. I gotta play by the rules. I'm a gentleman, so my first round. I agree with you on the
wild
first
card.
round.
I'm gonna say that probably should have unanimous for this first round. I want to hedge my bets and say yes, I support unanimous.
Okay. Well, 2 out of 3 said no, so.
No, I know. That's round 1.
Instant win.
Instant win.
So should we do round 2?
Best 2 out of best.
Round 2.
Best 1 out of 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we gotta go unanimous.
I'm actually gonna switch it up. I'm gonna say I don't think we should. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to side with my longtime friend and confidant, and I'm gonna have to say I think it should be unanimous.
Okay, so we're 2 and 2. So this next vote decides.
Comes down to this. All the marbles.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say for this one, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say life starts at conception.
We're just going right into it, huh?
I hope they make like a super Roe v. Wade.
Roe
That's
v.
all I'm
Wade
gonna
2.
say about that.
Roe v. Wade, Dawn of Justice. Oh God,
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody's made
Roe v.
that.
Wade 2 fully
already.
reloaded.
Could you please pass the jelly?
Yeah, so big news in the natural wine world. Turns out wine is now illegal in all countries.
That's right.
That's crazy, right?
That's right. Wine is now illegal.
Yeah, I guess those liberals in their safe spaces are not gonna have a good time with that because they do all that whining.
Oh, nice. I had a joke that ended with that punchline as well, but
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay, here's some news. All right, cue the Star Wars music. Obi-Wan Kenobi, all 6 episodes now done.
Yes, it is.
what did you think of it?
I personally thought it was good.
No, I understand. It's a bit hard for Jack to talk about this because when he it's a very personal show for him because when he was a kid, he just loved eating paper. So the show reminds him a lot of his childhood.
Is that a thing? Do they eat paper in that show?
No, but the show is like the experience of eating paper. So it really hits you
I thought it was because young Jack was a simpleton and because of that, because he ate paint chips as a kid.
Oh wow, we all took it different
directions.
directions.
He's entertained by this.
And that's what you get here.
Yeah,
No, the show sucked.
Because of the many holes in my brain brought on by eating lead paint chips.
Yeah.
I think this is, besides the sequels, the worst thing to come out of modern Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
you don't
2015
mean that.
on.
You don't mean that.
I do.
I mean, that's a short list. That's Mando, Book of Boba Fett,
Rebels.
Rogue One,
Solo, Rebels.
I just think you're...
The sequel trilogy, I would say, is worse. I almost want to...
So then it's not the worst thing. You just said it's worse.
Besides the sequels, it's the next
worst
thing.
non-movie thing from Disney.
I think it's
I
worse.
just think you're not giving it a fair shake.
I think it's worse than Solo and Rogue One, which is really, I guess, the meat and the potatoes.
I liked Solo personally.
I did not. I
liked it better than Rogue
One.
One, that's for sure.
I think I technically like Rogue One better, but really I'm splitting hairs here.
Yeah. Point is, show sucks.
Nothing happens. I don't care. It looks like shit.
Yeah. I don't get why. Like it was cool when they had that scene where everything was lit by the lightsabers, and then
it was fine.
And then you went forward, and every scene ended up being lit by the lightsabers, and it looked terrible. And like you could see, like it made their faces look all like gross and weird. It just.
I just think a scene being lit by lightsabers is nothing new, and it's certainly not more interesting than more visually interesting than Luke and Vader fighting on Cloud City or in the Death Star.
Yeah, I know it's not as interesting as that, but I still think it's cool. I think it's as cool as the scene in the prisoner episode where the lights are all red. And
the horror movie episode.
Yeah, the horror movie episode.
Survival horror.
I suppose. The thing is if something is cool, now I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to say something so controversial. It's going to be such a hot take that you're going to go crazy that the cool stuff is only cool when there's like substance behind it. And when it's just like a trick, it's like, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's a trick because it's like there's not enough in the show. Like the show is not good enough for me to like. It's riding the coattails of people imagining a good relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I know that what I'm saying is like a good game design comment. Like people like good
the writing, the pacing of the show is off.
Well, that too. But when people say they like
not good
game design, it's like, well, you don't like bad game design. no shit. And it's like, what is it that's going to make it interesting? But,
I prefer good games.
Yeah.
I prefer games that I like.
I don't know. Every comment I've seen about Obi-Wan, I mean, a lot of them seem to be pretty critical of it, but everything, as I just said earlier, it's like, people are like, well, this was cool. I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't that cool. It certainly wasn't cool enough to outweigh how pointless and boring everyone was.
Yeah.
And you have Ewan McGregor and, more importantly, 20 years of hindsight, almost? Mm-hmm. So why does he still give such a weird, arguably, like, worse Okay, it wasn't worse, but still a bad performance in the show.
Like, I mean, yeah. The like, dialogue...
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah. The dialogue is, like, technically better, because, like, a salad is better than, like, dirt.
Yeah.
But it's not interesting or, like, engaging at all.
What you said about...
To the man who is not a mole.
Yeah, that's... Nice.
It's just important to remember.
I think that sums it up. I think that's about. Yeah, that's perfect. It's a perfect little button.
What you said about Ice Cube's son is perfect. He's whatever character the show.
Your remarks about Ice Cube's son were just simply
without context.
We're so brave. And your remarks about Ice Cube's son were so brave and needed to be said.
But he's whatever the show needs him to be. Like at one point he's the tough. Like he criticizes Obi-Wan.
He's in the
for
show
doing this. Yeah, he is. He plays nobody.
He plays Ice Cube. Ice Cube's son does like he says whatever. Not only just what like the scene needs him to be, but what line that was written for him needs to be in that moment.
We're not going to make it to Tessanobi.
Motivator shot. Power couplings are bad. I'm working on it, but those shields won't last forever.
How much time do you need?
More than we have.
Few moments later.
Roken needs more time to fix the ship. This will give him that time. This is my chance to return that favor.
But we're so close.
Roken.
Like he will respond to one person, turn around, and then be a completely different person in the same exact scene.
He gets like
that's how good he is as an actor. That sounds like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, it's like the movie that's like Split. It's basically Split.
It's basically Split, but in space.
Yeah. They should make a Split Star Wars movie.
They should smoke weed.
How much weed were they smoking when they came up with Kenobi?
Oh my gosh.
The show could have only been made by fucking absolute drug
retards. And Qui-Gon shows up at the end, and it's very clear that scene was filmed post finishing the show.
And Qui-Gon goes, "Hey, what's up?"
He literally does. He's like,
"Are you there, Obi-Wan Kenobi?"
He said, if you subscribe now to StarWars.com, Obi-Wan Kenobi,
why are you doing Watto?
You can get 4,000 Roblox bucks, also known as Robux. Oh, I forgot he's Scottish.
No, he's Irish. We discovered this on the pod.
He's thinking.
Liam
Neeson. He's Irish, not Scottish.
Please refer to insert episode name and title here, and come back to me with that question. We have this exact same conversation. Everyone's like, no, he's not Irish, he's Scottish. I'm like, I think he's Irish.
Yeah, everybody in the comments was yelling, screaming at us right now. Like, he's not Scottish, he's Irish.
Yeah, the fucking IRA is on our ass right now.
Shit. Damn it. God damn it.
Hey, you hear that ticking?
Oh.
The shot of Jameson that I dropped into this Guinness is now ticking.
When we talked about our stomach aches and we called them the troubles in college. We did. Yeah, we did.
Oh, I referred to my stomach episode last year as the troubles.
Yeah, it's just a good.
At this time last year,
you know, we're so disconnected from it.
Yeah, it's like 9/11.
Like I'm sure, like if I was in Ireland, I'd be like, oh man, I gotta deal with the 9/11 right now. I got a Pearl Harbor going in my stomach. And that would be okay. They would applaud me. They would appoint me their leader.
To be a European into crack Pearl Harbor jokes, which I think are some of the best jokes.
I've been watching Beyond Belief.
I'll tell you what I'm watching in a second.
I would rather get Beyond the Beef with Wendy's new 4 for 4.
Yeah, put down the guns, Chicago.
It's incredible how a bit can be introduced and we all take it 3 different ways. I'm watching Beyond Belief.
It's like a light refracting and like like water cascading down like an uneven path. Anyway, Beyond Belief.
It's hosted by Jonathan Frakes, and he introduces
Star Trek.
Yes,
that's that meme compilation of him.
He's like tells you you're right for whatever size.
Okay, yeah.
And
what? Oh, I see.
And the point of the show,
Beyond Belief. Can you believe this is good?
The point of the show is that he hosts and is like, here's 5 stories, and the stories are presented like 5-minute Twilight Zone episodes.
That was quick.
And some of them are true.
Okay.
And some of them are false. And at the end of the episode, he tells you whether they're true or they're false. Sucks. And you have to guess.
Are they actually true or false? Like,
that would be fun, though.
There's a couple of them. There's been like one of them was like a guy wrote a story, and it was like, I'm gonna write a story about a giant ship called the Titan, and it sails from Europe, from like England to New York, and it's like a bunch of rich people up top and poor people down bottom, and it hits an iceberg and falls.
The Hindenburg, right?
That man, George Lucas.
And this was written like 20 years before the Titanic happened.
Wow.
And I Googled it. Google says it was true.
That woman,
Who
Diablo
directed
Cody.
the Titanic?
James Cameron.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Hello. Duh.
I knew that.
It's so
I was just
funny.
testing you.
So many of them, you can like tell it's coming with like at least 3 an episode will be like, but they died 20 years ago. Oh, but they've been dead for a whole year.
On this very night.
But one of them I just watched was like a guy who's like in trouble for vandalizing, and he's been vandalizing his school, and they've just been finding "Remember Pearl Harbor" like all over the school. Like it's written on the lockers. It's written on like
hardline stance against like Japanese imperialism.
Well, no, it's written on like all his files, and then it's like
fuck the emperor.
The principal's like yelling at him in his office, and the guy comes in and is like, "Oh, you got to check it out, like your car." He's like, "What happened to my car?" And it says, "Remember Pearl Harbor" in his car. He's like, "How'd you do this? You've been in my office the whole time." He's like, "Exactly. I'm not been doing any of this." And they're like, "What does he mean, Pearl Harbor?" And it pans and it shows that it was 10 days before Pearl Harbor happened.
Turns out it's man.
That's Goosebumps.
It's literally 5.
It's literally the scary door.
It's literally the scary door.
When the
it's
Goosebumps,
so funny.
what's the Goosebumps we watched where this kid goes to the summer camp?
You're Hitler.
And like weird things keep happening. Like people go missing.
Yeah.
And then the big twist is the parents come out and they were like, "We were playing this prank on you, like to prepare you for this special mission. We actually have to go to this faraway planet. It's called Earth."
And then
dun 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 dun.
Yo,
Well, what's something good? What's something we can discuss?
Well,
Do you have anything?
Earlier we were talking about, we mentioned the concept of Jack as a senator, and I really enjoyed that image.
Oh yeah, Senator Jack.
Of Senator Jack at like
Senator-
a charity function.
He's not a senator, but he's a big contributioner to my campaign.
contributor.
Oh yeah, okay. Like Jack made a fortune selling like bells. To,
Yeah.
Selling bells.
So he sold bells to
Tom Nook.
the armies that we were fighting on behalf of the U.S. He convinced armies of other nations that it was actually smart to
have
put
bells on their uniforms.
It's like an intimidation tactic. Yeah,
It's an intimidation tactic.
Exactly. And they all got fucking wiped out.
You got paid by both sides. You
The
double
U.S. now has fully colonized the Middle East, and like it is now like the next 8 states, like the state of Saudi Arabia, aka Texas.
So yeah, you're at Colin's campaign event.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It's like, and all these celebrities are seen with me, like Jeffrey Epstein.
I want to be like the.
There's like Instagram accounts of like celebs with
You just take people to your island to like make them play Smash Brothers and drink wine
to make them look
and
at
like
my
listen to you talk
Yeah.
wine.
to expose my dick to them.
I was trying to make it innocent, but you can make it an assault.
I tell him here's $500. Just look at it.
Yes, I would love to be an AOC figure, but have like a really like.
I wouldn't mind having AOC's figure. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't mind having AOC's figure bouncing up and down me, slow down me. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, America?
Where did that voice come from?
Something you like perfectly embody this like type of like comedian. Holy shit! It's like radio personality.
Man cow. Man
Yeah.
cow ass.
Let's go for like an Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
It's so funny that his name's Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay sounds like a cool
What a gay ass name!
Fucking he loses his name.
What a terrible, terrible name. What a terrible name to utter.
Oh.
That of Andrew.
Oh my gosh. You guys are
upon me.
crazy. How much drugs do you guys smoke to come up with some of the stuff on Fix It and Post?
Yeah.
Signed, a concerned fan.
What kind of
Sign your friends and family.
literally what kind of Portuguese wine were they drinking?
Yeah. Yeah. Portuguesa.
Vinha.
Portuguesa.
Nice.
Did you know? Here's a fun fact for you, Dumb Nerd Nation. Did you know that the popular Indian like dish vindaloo, like chicken vindaloo, is actually named it's like a Portuguese word.
Really?
For wine and oil, vinha e óleo.
Oh, interesting.
Because that's what it's kind of made with. It's made with like red wine, like oil, garlic, and a bunch of spices and shit. Because the Portuguese colonized parts of like coastal towns in India.
So where does chicken come from?
Now that's something that you gotta talk to your rabbi about.
When you listen to the episodes, it flows so smooth.
Yeah, cut this out.
That's like good editing. That's hey, they don't call it fix it and pre.
They don't call it just fucking release it.
They don't call it talk and then not fix it in
They
post.
should call it spend 3 hours editing it
Cutting around my...
for 1,000 views from horny Indian men.
Oh, this chicken vindaloo comment will go over well.
I just need to put it in
the most popular video
seconds.
yet. Yeah, you'll get.
I need to put it in the first 10 seconds so they hear it. Yeah, if you notice an uptick in fix it and post views, it's all horny Indian men from the one time I put sex in the title.
It's like
that's not racist. That is what the analytics tell me.
It's like
we don't know that they're Indian men, but all the views are located in...
They are males in ages 18 to 40 in India.
Here's fucking Jimmy Beans, somewhere, I don't know where. They have a jukebox in there that works. That is like the most gorgeous jukebox
it's
I've
like
ever
a
seen.
jukebox?
It got Jimmy Beans himself was there the other day. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, because I was looking at it. It's incredible. Go in there one of these days and look at it.
I've seen it before, but I don't think it ever worked.
It didn't work. They got it done, because he, one of his friends, he had talked to him, and one of his friends, refurbishes jukeboxes. And it looks so cool. It looks so cool. You should just pop in there one day. It's in my opinion, the redact this name coffee shop. They roast all their beans in house, and it's awesome. And Jimmy Beans himself is there. He looks crazy, and he is crazy. He's kind of hopped up on caffeine all the time. It's crazy, but his jukebox is cool as hell. You should go in there and just gawk at it. It's just awesome.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will. Okay, so you've been watching Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I have watched Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You've been watching Beyond Belief.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of 30 Rock, and watching it through for the first time, all the way through. It's probably the best show ever. Or one of them, certainly. Definitely, I think my favorite comedy show that I found.
Wait, 30 Rock Kenobi on Belief.
Nice!
Huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Wow!
Hey, that was
That's crazy.
If you play the recording back, you can hear the cogs start to tick and ding, and then it's it makes the Zelda cooking sound
Oh yeah, the new Sonic game is called Sonic Frontiers, and it is it looks cool, but it is literally Breath of the Wild.
That's
It
funny.
is literally Breath of the Wild.
That's fine. That's fine, honestly.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. I just
Good
A Breath of the Wild Sonic game? Are you fucking kidding me? That's like.
I'm not complaining.
You're gonna be creaming your jeans.
Good artists borrow, great artists steal.
I'm not complaining. It's just I don't know. I'm disconnecting myself from it. I don't need I have to do this with a lot of media that I just I think most people. I think a lot of people can relate to this. Just disconnect from it as no. This is not Hold on. Colin just took a flash photo of his foot.
Turn the light on.
No free feet, ladies.
Wanted to see what the game was, but
I want to see what the game.
Well,
oh yeah, we have to.
the rest of the
yeah,
class?
Whip out your GameCube one of these days and let's play Ty the Tasmanian Tiger in one day.
I got you that game 3 years ago.
I know. I know.
You missed the boat on that one.
Well, no, I didn't.
My interest in Ty has diminished.
Well, you got it for me, and my interest has never waned.
My GameCube is right there.
Oh, well, we'll hook it up one of these days. I have been meaning to play it.
And that's my Wii U.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I asked you to take it, and you went, "Oh, thank you." But we've never touched it.
There's no point.
But it's a game system. It can cause hours of fun. I don't want it. if that even gets fucking near me, I'll fucking kill you.
Fucking put that near me. Don't put that near me.
If that even gets near Roadhouse, I'll kill you right here.
What were we just talking about?
You were going to
Family
say
Guy.
something about...
We're just talking about Family Guy.
You were going to say something about...
Honey barbecue.
Oh, disconnected from media.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I don't need to, I can just have the things that I enjoy, and if new things come out about it, I can either take them in, or I can just cut them off.
See what you're expressing.
I
That is a noble thought and a noble point. And what you're expressing is liking something, but without being engaged with the fandom, because
It's not even the fandom.
or to just to put all your to just go all in with it, to just be you're an appreciator now.
The thing is
A connoisseur.
and here's the thing. I think being a comics reader is really important for this. Has helped a lot because there's so many times where it's okay, well, I'm reading this great thing, and then the next issue, a different writer takes over, and it sucks, and I'm well, I still like that other thing, so. But
You take what you can get.
especially with Star Wars,
You
where
gotta
it's
cherry pick a little bit.
a different company purchased the IP, so now they get to say what is official, what happened in it. No, I get to say what I think happened in it. And I say the good stuff happened and the bad stuff just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
That's the most canon is my fucking D&D campaign. My D&D campaign overwrites your fucking movies,
Yeah.
Lucas. Fuck.
I am 100% in support of that. Like, everyone thinks that like they're beholden to like the motions of like fucking like, you know, like Star Wars and shit. Like or like
The weird thing is that it's companies that
fandoms.
decide this shit, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like you guys are putting yourself above like a company that has like a ton of like actual research, like people that like know what a good story is, and you guys are just two dudes who like made a podcast.
Yeah,
about
I think that the women who wrote the story know what they're doing.
Yes, thank you. I
think that she, the screenwriter, knows what she's doing.
Let's name all the
women directors of Star Wars.
Women directors of Star Wars movies.
Gareth Edwards, Ryan Johnson.
George Lucas.
George Lucas
is an egg. I am.
Ryan Johnson's got.
That's my fan theory.
Ryan Johnson's got two dicks and a pussy.
An egg is a term for a person who has not realized that they are trans.
Oh, I see. An egg. That's a gross little term.
Let the record show Colin, Jack is pointing at Colin silently in an accusatory manner.
I realized it. I just rejected it.
I realized I just rejected it. I reject your hypothesis. As another egg has said, I reject your hypothesis.
Well, I just reject your hypotheses.
That is Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah, he's an egg. He's an egg. He's a fucking egg.
He has no idea what to do with his masculine
My
rage.
hand on one, pan on the other. That egg's about to be cracked wide open. And I'm gonna be the one to solve it.
And I'm gonna crack it up.
Tarantino's probably my favorite woman director.
I know it's I know it's such a like
Quentin Tarantino is my favorite trans director.
it's such low hanging fruit. It's such low hanging fruit, and I really want you to focus on the similarity in personalities and not the like easy dunkability. But Ben Shapiro,
And
if Quentin Tarantino was an egg, Ben Shapiro was an egg.
Ben Shapiro's 100% an egg.
We all
anybody
know
who
that.
talks that much about like trans issues, like there was a point where I was an ally. And I was like, man, why don't more people care about this stuff? And I was like, oh, that's why I care about this stuff so much. I get it now.
God, that's funny.
Because like Steven Crowder is in that same sphere.
Definitely.
And he always.
I don't think Steven Crowder's trans. He's definitely
Steven
gay
Crowder
though.
always
Definitely
does
gay.
like those. He does. Sorry, she does all those skits where she dresses up as like a woman. And like as a joke, and like dresses up as a woman for like an entire day,
and like sucks and fucks a guy in the bathroom,
goes out in
and
public,
and swallows his cum and like takes it in his deep in his holes.
That Steven Crowder makes, like where it's like I get wanting to be a woman, like I did when I was little, but then those are fake.
So fake. It's so frustrating because there's that subreddit called something. There's a subreddit for making fun of Toilet Paper USA.
Oh, because of Turning Point USA?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it was funny. There are two things that are funny. One is when they just post, like, the actual things these people post, and it's like, how insane is this person? Mm-hmm. Number two is that they have a bit where they consistently post Charlie Kirk's face photoshopped to be, like, 10% smaller on his face, which is hilarious.
Because he looks like a man.
But it's just like it's very cringy when they make
that
like
in the way that like feminists use it. I mean like he looks like a little boy.
He looks like a child in the body of a man.
And I don't mean man.
Some sort of fucked up Benjamin Button situation. Sort of Nene Cherry thing.
But then they'll post like these fake tweets from like Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder or whatever, and it's like. You don't need to make these fake tweets.
Exactly.
You're spreading misinformation. You're playing into their narrative.
We are in a post-comedy era. Everything is already funny as it is.
Yeah, you can't tweak it so that it's, like, believable.
Like, put what they say next to stuff that clearly, makes it into a joke. Like, you can't, I'm especially fired up about this after that Tim Pool ad went up And I had to drive by it every day for a week.
Tim Pool. I have to listen to him every time I go to work.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind swimming around in a Tim Pool.
Tim Pool is where I go to say my Jewish prayers. I really move as much as I can. Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, we made a lot of skin content.
Yes, we did. A lot more than I would consider necessary.
More than I want, less than I want.
I need to re-up as well. So this seems a good time as any to take a fix it in post break.
Break, fix it in post.
Break, fix it in post. Break, fix it in post.
Break, fix it in post. Break,